lotion. Good morning. Ooh, that's a nice smell. Welcome to Writer's Right, where in about an hour-ish, we do two 25-minute writing sprints where you work on your work, I work on mine. And we get stuff done that way, right? Pages down, scenes completed, manuscripts, outlines, podcasts, scripts, all the above. Whatever you want, blog posts, whatever you want to write, you can write it. So let me just do a little housekeeping here and open chats. Maybe. It's Monday, isn't it Monday? What did I hit? I hit the wrong thing. Hopefully I'm still... I think I'm still going. Like I was clicking, I think I hit end stream there for a minute. Yeah. I don't know why this will never work. I have to like Google it, I think. I've asked this question enough times. Let's see, it's going to show me if I'm live. It did. I am live. I can't open it before I start the chat. That's the problem. I wish. I think now it's good. Anyway, happy Monday. Hope this Monday is treating you well. I'm glad to have Monday for a change. It felt like a long weekend, or fun was had. You know what's making it feel long? It's the Olympics. Let's see. Let me tilt my camera. There you go. Now I can sit back a little and go, morning! How do you like my mug? Pineapples! Yeah, the Olympics, I don't know. It's like this constant thing that you gotta check in on the Olympics. I've watched a bit of it live. I sort of like tape it so I could speed through the commercials. But of course, anything huge that happens, you kind of see on social media. Yeah. Anyway, it's one of those things that, I don't know, I'm just not really as into it this year. Or it's tiring. It's tiring to watch it all. You can't watch it all. So, I don't. Let's see, our background music today is from YouTube channel Relax Music Meditation. And we say thank you to them. Let's see. I tried a different one of theirs because I like their stuff. It's a little more peppy. Hey, Allie! How are you? And today, again, we are featuring Allie's Vella book, The Dead Ringmaster. The links are in the description. If you want a good sort of mystery that is set in a circus, this is the one for you. But what's great is that you can go read the first 3 chapters for free, which are called episodes in Vella. You know, I was so into my Vella. I have my story too. And I haven't, I was just like obsessive checking, see if it was ranking, promoting it. I put an ad out for it. And now that all that, I'm sort of over that. Do you have any clue, Allie, how your book is doing? Outside of people leaving comments, I did find that it was ranking. If you look through, like, for me, it was, I think, mystery books, and there's thriller books. But if you look, or adventure book, what were they called? I don't know. Anyway, if you look through the list, if I got to page 3, that's the highest I could get. It would come up on the main list. And at one point it was on the ranked section, which isn't really much of a rank, but it's people give you a little crown. I don't know. I guess it's, I just feel like I could spend that much energy on my Kindle books and I can actually track them and I can see the money I make. So why am I putting all this effort into this Vella where you really can't tell what the heck is going on? 48 reads. Happy day off. I'm glad your day off coincides with our day on. All right, let's get everyone writing. We got 25 minutes on the clock. On your mark, get set, right. The timer, the big red clock tells us that we should write. Yeah, what am I writing? Oh, I actually have been working on a lot of my Kindle stuff. I have a bunch of books. Let's see, I have a couple here. Although this one, the cover's wrong. So I have these, they're called low content books. These are coloring books. This is an adult one. So it's as you can see, it's called Draw, Doodle, Color, Write. So it has some really cool artwork that you can color, and then it has writing prompts, and you can just write, and doodle. You can do whatever you want. You can see it. Anyway, it's a fun book, and I did it a few years back because I had a friend that was an artist for this, and we just thought it would be fun to do. And I have another friend, this is a children's coloring book, where she had all these really cool little robot characters. They're called Robits. So this one's also out, although I changed the cover, so I won't show it to you because it looks different online. So it has prompts as well that you can draw and write. There's a lot, and it has her little characters in it, little prompts. So we worked really hard on those, and I got them online, and it was early in the process of publishing, and for me, and I just dropped the ball after that. I've done oh, here's the other one. This one, no, this was a proof. I did the birder journal. If you go for looking for birds, it's fun because it has it has some really great. This is a friend too that did the artwork. These birds. So it has really great that you can keep your journal on what birds you cite, and there's also a short section if you just have a little bit to say about a bird. But if you have a lot to say, you can go to one of these bigger sections and write. And it has great little pictures all the way through it of birds. Anyway, I have those 3 books, and then I have 4 others that are on writing, and they're all basically journals that you use. So, the goal was, somewhere I read, if you had 10 books, then you can do something worthwhile with them. You can really promote them and make money. I honestly think that number's higher. I think 10 maybe if you have a series of fictional books. I think if you actually have books like that, I need a lot more. I probably need 100. I was watching this video of this girl. She had 561 books, and she was making a decent amount of money off of them. It varied, and she had to run ads, but if she did nothing, they made a few hundred a month. That'd be great. But if she advertised and really promoted them, she could make in like $1,400 a month. With all her, whatever her costs taken out of that. That was the amount she was making, the netting. So, that would be a lovely little extra income. So I'm like, I got to get back on that bandwagon. So she had 561 books, but she said she was only actually 20% of them were selling. So I'm just guessing somewhere in the 100 range. So I need 100 books that are selling. And her biggest key was that if you do these journals, whatever, there's so many kinds. Whatever you do, she said it is the content that you put in the no content or low content books that matters. If you're just putting blank pages out there with nothing much more to them, they're not going to sell. Hey, Sergio! And so that's why the majority of her books were probably really easy to make. It's really easy to make just a cover and slap it onto basically blank pages with lines or whatever. So yeah, I have a couple ideas to build on that. I have this new software that I purchased. Well, I guess you just buy it you license it. So I've paid, how much have I paid? $60 for 6 months. That's pretty cheap software. Anyway, we'll see. I won't renew it if I am not going to use it. But right now I'm using it like crazy. So I should still work on that. But how are my lovelies, my creative, fun people? I'm so glad you guys could tune in today. You have 2 baby bunnies? No crowns, you said. Oh, well, so the crowns, I figured out, the crowns people have to give you every week. They go away every Sunday. So, yeah, you've got to have a lot of fans following you and reading your stuff and paying for Kindle. You have to pay money and buy some tokens to be able to give a crown every week. So, there's that. it's a whole nother system to try to, to build a fan base to promote it the right way so you can make some money. And the money you make on it's going to be so minuscule. I mean, the numbers you have to generate of people downloads is really probably triple of what you'd have to do with Kindle. So why wouldn't you just do a Kindle book? So that was kind of my revelation, and I should do a video about that for my writer friends that want to know. Because I did have several people say, hey, tell me what you learn about doing Kindle Vella. It motivated me to get one more out on that one book, which is my audio drama podcast, my lyric, A Mother of a Fairy Tale. So if anything, I now have 9 scripts I can turn into the audio drama, because I got to 4 and I kind of stalled because it's very time consuming. It's that whole risk reward. Well, it's like time spent versus the outcome. So I've been doing that a lot lately. Obviously, I have my screenwriting, which has a huge upside to it. So that's always worth working on, because the payday when you sell a screenplay is quite large. Of course, all the Kindle stuff I'm doing myself, my books, my fictional stuff, and now these journals. That's probably a better place to spend my free time. And then there's the podcast. So I'm still working really hard on the I Scary podcast. We haven't picked a launch date. We had one, and then my son needed a new computer to do the videos, because we are building the YouTube channel at the same time as we will put out the podcast. We'll be putting out videos. And that computer hasn't come. So I don't know if you guys have tried to order. I mean, if you wanted to just go out and buy any old computer, no problem. But he wants the special computer that he built himself, basically, like, selected what he wants in it. So it's fancy and it's expensive, but he wanted it. So, I mean, like, he needed it for several things. He'd like to be helping some other people do some producing of the YouTube channel. So it would come in real handy. But anyway, we ordered it like months ago and it still hasn't come because there aren't parts that they need. So there's a shortage. There are shortages out there for stuff like that. All probably because of the pandemic. Oh, bunnies. That sounds like if you need to have 2, you're going to have 20 before you know it. Oh, it's probably, is it this side? Is it too red? It's my light. Maybe it's too bright. See that side? Yeah. It's to create a balance, but I turned it up too high. Let me turn it down. See? Now it looks normal. I thought you could, the white, I turned the white up. It might be too bright, but it looked dark to me this morning. But you're right, that looks better. Thank you, darling. I need my cinematographer lighting me on the set. I don't think anything else changed. I have my other ding dong lights. they're just I wish you could see it. It's just like one of those normal lights you'd have in your house that has all the different arms that you can twist. Yeah, I use that as that's my fill. I have 2 lights over here. Now see, I use these lights when I'm doing my this I Scary podcast when we record it, and I change them to blue and magenta. So it really looks strange when you film it, but it's a really helpful during the editing, because when my son edits it, he can do things with it when you have that contrast. And anyway, it's a luck. No, I did not fall asleep. Is this better? Did I balance it better? I messed with the lights. Well, the problem is that when you turn them off, you always have, they turn all the way off. They're like they each cycle through these settings. I bought these lights just so my lighting was slightly better. What can you do? It doesn't look too bad, right? But yeah, I do have one side that's even still a little redder. It's cinematic, darling. It's supposed to look that way. I'll flip over next time so it's not so crazy. But I've missed you. I've had a few people to talk to, but I've actually gotten some writing done here. So anyway, yeah, so I do need to work on, I don't know if it's worth, oh, I have to go on to there. I don't know if I can work on this computer for it, but I have, oh, and I wrote down some idea. What was that? Right before I went to bed last night, I wrote down an idea on my phone. We'll see if I still like the idea. Oh, yeah, I gotta find that. I remembered another story I had started with my friend that's an artist. So we were basically doing, gosh, do I have, oh yeah, it's over there. I can see the book. I gotta see, so I thought maybe I could turn, it was like a graphic novel we were doing. It turned out to be a lot of work for her to, I think she wanted to do it because unfortunately she's passed away. Great friend of mine, Sharon. And she marvelous artist. Not just artist, she was also a really great fabric artist, but she could draw anything too. And she obviously saw the artwork in those books. She did 2 of those, the Birder Journal and the adult coloring book. So I think she wanted to try her hand at a graphic novel. And it turned out to be a lot of work as an artist because well, it's a lot of work. That's a lot of art to do. And there's a lot, I think, where it was maybe really outside of her comfort zone, which of course it'd be, I have no comfort zone at all. It had to do with the fact that you have to make the characters look the same. I think she found that hard, even though she was a good artist. It's hard to pose characters in different ways and make them look the same. She eventually sort of made me like a paper doll with the parts of the characters. And I don't know. At that point I was like, yeah, I agree, it's getting hard. But we'll see if I could do something with it. Because the thing is, she's not around anymore. So if I did some kind of journal based on it, I thought, what would be fun to do a journal that the kids could color and it also actually had a story they could follow. So a story coloring book. Do they have those? I'll have to Google it. I have to Google it, as I have to Google everything. No. Anyhow. Some people say it's just really super fast and easy to do these low content journals and books. And I think the answer is, like anything, if you want it done well, meaning something you can sell, it's not that easy. It's not that fast. Good things take time. And if you don't put some effort into it, then why should anyone buy it? A troll? Thunderstrike. No, this is my buddy Thunderstrike. Thunderstrike, I'm not making any growling videos, sorry. That is not what I do. Unfortunately, Sergio put in, so I don't know, I guess it's getting troll-like when he keeps requesting it. Yeah, that's not appropriate. I don't know, how do I go in there? I will not be showing my belly. This is not that kind of video. I'm gonna put you on a timeout. Yeah, sorry about that. So he sent me a video and he sent me, I'm gonna remove it. I think I could remove it. Yeah. He's in a timeout. We'll see. Took him out. He wanted me to make more videos where my stomach growls. Sergio, you know, there was one and Sergio put timestamps in it and this guy had found it. And he's like, could you make more videos with your stomach growling? And I don't know, I just thought it was sort of odd, kooky, and I just responded to him and said, you know, this is a writing channel. And I just answered it in the comments and said, you know, You might get lucky and it could just happen again, but I'm obviously not going to make a video with my stomach growling. And now he wants to see my stomach? Yeah, takes all kinds. Sorry, that will not be happening. I don't know what you call that. That's just kinky. It's not a troll. Just trying to create a little channel here for people that want to write. Okay, let's see what happened to my keyboard. It's not where it should be. Let's see. I am gonna try to do something. I found it. This is the wrong one. Okay, it's quiet time where we write. Yeah, weirdo fetish guy. Thank you, Allie. Protect me. Okay, this is the one. Okay. I am going to do a little. How much time do we have left? 8 whole smacking minutes. Lip smacking minutes. For those that like that kind of video. This is not that type of channel, people. I know it doesn't look like we're doing much, but we're supposed to be writing. Using our brains, not our stomachs. What am I doing? I think I bookmarked what I need because I don't know what it's called. Oh, there it is. BookBolt. That's the program I'm using now. So it's sort of a Canva-like thing. I remember the size I'm going with. I'm going with 7.5 by 9 1/4 book. For like a coloring book. So you want it big enough that you can, you know, open it. Let's see, where's my designs? 7.5 by, yeah, that's it. Okay. I don't know why that's doing that. Dagnabbit. What the? This program is not my favorite. So maybe I just don't do that. Yeah, I'm trying to like save myself issues, but it's not doing it. Oh, I see. I gotta go like that. You don't know what I'm doing. But so this program, it's called, what did it say? BookBolt. So it's like a, okay, now it's working. But it's not. Damn it. Let me open the right one. It's not right. I don't have to resize stuff every time I do it. 7.5 times 9.25. What is this coming up as? Because it's not fitting in the it's not fitting. So something's off. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's not working. I don't know. You know, I was trying to like set up a template and then you could just keep working on that. I don't want to have to reset it every time. It's kind of defeats the purpose. And see, none of this is working. Bummer. Interior trim. 7.5. I don't even see that on the list. Oh, there it is. 7.5, 9.25. Bleed. Maybe that's the difference. It's better. Alright, see the problem with this program. It's frustrating. It does not work. Alright, I'm gonna log out. I'm not gonna... It's not working like it did before. Anyway, it's like a program like Canva, and it can generate all this interior stuff for you. Well, Thunderstrike, to each their own, but you gotta understand this is not a forum for that, so... yeah, originally you didn't sound so creepy. You just sounded like it was a thing you liked for some reason, but... It's creepy. I guess timeouts just mean for a few seconds. Anyway, issues. This is not working. Do you tend to waste your writing time sometimes doing going down rabbit holes? I just did when the program won't work. I will say Thunderstrike, at least you can listen to what people are telling you and hopefully learn something. That's all we can hope for all of us. Cool. I'm glad it wasn't your attention because, you know, if you're a writer, I hope you come here and do some writing. Yep. I hope I come here and do some writing because I am not doing any at the moment. I better move to something else since that's not going to work. Yeah, I should do... I think this BookBolt is a really new program. And what's cool about it is if you do want to do journals, that it can... If you want like a... If you really want a journal that's just full of like graphs or something... I guess there's a lot of people that are making like calligraphy journals, which I don't get that because the paper that is in a Amazon generated book is probably not good enough for something for that bleed through, like from one page to the back of it, for the front and back. Like on these, let's see. So these are a book that they would do. So the paper quality is not bad, but I mean but I always on the pages that have like a full piece of art, I put a blank page on the back just because, you know, there are people that use a lot of different mediums, and I do say in these books, they're not, this paper isn't meant for like markers. Some people like to color with markers, and obviously it wouldn't take paint if you wanted to actually, I don't know. I think real artists know that. So if you're using watercolors, you know that you can't watercolor that. The pages would all warp. Anyway, so that to me is the downside of some of the stuff they're doing. I mean, you could write on that, but even with a pen, you know how pens are. You'd have to, if you were a heavy writer, it would mark the opposite side, at least indent it. So to me, this is like something you would use pencils, colored pencils, would really be the best tool. Your rabbits are snoozing. Now, hey, let's talk about rabbits for a second. Are they in the sense sort of like any pet that you would have that they're gonna make noise and be up at weird hours? Do they bug you that way? I would be concerned that I could hear the rabbits awake when I'm snoozing. I hear you about Bella. That's another one I want to do. Probably should do a little. Oh, that scared me. It's very loud today. Wah! I don't. It must be my overall sound. I gotta change that. But anyway, our first 25 writing sprint is up. Let's see. That would be my output. Oh my gosh! I don't know why I cranked my output. It's now back to a normal level. All right, let's do some coffee. In honor of finding Tim Hortons. Can you see that? Tim Hortons. If you're a Canadian, you know what that is. But in honor of it, I'm using my Canadian cup. I mean, I will say it again. Tim Hortons I usually love for their Timbits, the little donut holes. Thank you, Thunderstruck. Thanks for saying luck with our writing. You have a nice day too. Hang in there, man. Or woman. I don't know what Thunderstruck is. I just meant like, I'd say anyone. Hey dude. Hey man. How you doing? Even to a woman. Anyway. Oh, you're used to loud, so you don't care. Alright. Anyway, I do need to talk about this book, what was it called again? I can't remember. Book Bolt and Vella. I probably need to do like some little short videos. So is it Book Bolt? I can't remember it. Let's see, I gotta click on the right thing. Bookmarks. Gosh, was it Book Bolt? Book Bolt. Book Bolt. I don't know why that's so hard to remember. There's the videos out there on YouTube are very few. Like they have all these videos how to use stuff, and they are not complete. So I mean, I'm learning a lot about how it's probably new, and so I actually could create a video people might want to know. You know, how do you use Book Bolt properly? Because it's definitely made for a specific use. And I'm finding that I would love to be on their beta team and tell them what they should be adding to the program, because it's going to help you create a lot of real crap books right now. The ability that it allows you to create a very, very simple interior. For like, if you wanted a 120 page interior, which you should have at least 100 pages for these journals, you could have every page look exactly the same, or actually it does a 2-page layout. So you could lay out 2 pages and, well, no, I take that back. What could you do? You could get a standard layout on every page, and you could go in and maybe add something. I didn't try to do that. I don't know. It's really kind of set up to create one of their formatted pages. And if you want to go in, you can go in and add stuff. But there seems to be some very big limitations to that. But that could just be me learning the system. I've only had it for a day. And I already think I'm an expert. Well, yeah. I already know what it can't do. And that's, troubling. What it can't do. What it can't do makes me want to go back and just use Canva, because Canva is a good program and has a lot less glitches from what I'm finding. I mean, Canva, at least, if I set up a page, it will be there exactly how I left it. So far I'm finding out that's not the case. Coffee. I needed that. A little more cream for my coffee. Well, I must say, I have coffee. I have a coffee ground. Cut it. And I'll throw it away in the proper place. And I'll just flick it off. Oh. Rain puts thunderstorm sounds. Oh, you have sound machines. Yep. I sometimes resort to that too. I don't have a sound machine per se, but I do listen to ASMR, kind of Reiki stuff. And sometimes just rain, sound of rain. I like also the sound of a train. Train with the rain. You ever do that? All right, let's get writing again for those that are actually writing and playing along at home. On your mark, get set, write. This is our second 25-minute writing sprint of the day. Make the most of it. Yeah, what am I gonna do? I could work on this. Let's see, I want to figure out why this won't work. It all worked over here. 7.5, 9.25, that's it. It resized everything. Oh. Alrighty. Something I have to learn now. So I have to then take build it in a PDF, and then this program won't let you build it the right way. So I have to create a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need, and then I drag the PDF page over to make my own PDF with the pages in the right order. But the problem I'm having is when you do that, whatever page you're pulling from one document to the other, it transfers that page number with it, which is always like page 1 or 2. So now I have a whole PDF full of page 1s and 2s. And I don't know if that matters. I'm gonna have to just generate something and put it up on Amazon in a draft to see what it looks like. Because you can check your book to see how it would print. And of course, then I have to get a draft print. And of course, I'm still working on, have you noticed me not talk about my Fit Girls book? I finally figured out the big issue. Did I tell you? I don't even know if I told you. Is that I finally put my Word program on this computer, my new computer, instead of that one. Which probably would work if I just sort of upgraded it, to the right operating system. I might have to do that. But anyway, that's been an issue. Hey, Serge.
What do you want to search for?
That's funny. I said, no thank you, Siri. I said, hi, Serge, and it turned on Siri. Does that ever happen to you at home? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You don't have to send me coffee, but that's a nice thought. Yeah. I can buy, but then it's got to go in the Keurig here. I do have a percolator pot. It makes stuff hotter than any other coffee, so. And that sometimes I do get in and get grounded coffee. But, I was trying to give up coffee for a while. It did not take. I decided of all the things that I do, I don't do that many things that are bad for me, like a stimulant like this, or a depressant. I don't know, whatever. I feel like coffee just makes me happy. It's just not overdoing it. Moderation is a good thing. Not with everything. Don't quote me on that. But in things that you shouldn't have a lot of, but it's not terrible to have a little bit of them. Moderation is the word. In awful things, then no, moderation would be bad. Road rage, there's no such thing as moderation in road rage, okay? Oh, I bet that happens all the time, Allie. You guys just call yourself Allie. Think of people if that was actually your name. You'd have to change your name, or you just can't have any of those echoes or anything around. I was searching for something. Oh, sorry, you probably missed that part. I was trying to figure out how to how to make this program work. This new one, this Book Bolt. And in searching for stuff, I was going to write in it, and I had pulled up all the things I needed for this low content book I'm doing. But it didn't work. It did not work. So now I have to find something else to write on. Oh, I could do that. That's what I need to do. Okay, I'm going to actually focus here. Let's see. I wonder. Okay. That's why you go by Allie. Well, I like the name Allie, but yeah, that helps. That's true. That's totally the name. You are exactly what I was talking about. Duh. Yeah, that's true. So Sergio, you have the same issue, but it's not supposed to just search. You're supposed to say its name. So I must have said something like that sounded like Surrey. See, it's not turning on now. I don't know. It's always listening. You just never know when it's going to actually pay attention to you. Isn't that just like a human being? You're attached to the name. Well, I do believe technically you can go in and change the name that it responds to. So there is that. I have noticed that my Alexa has turned on when if you're watching a TV show and they say Alexa whatever. Not every time, because mine are separated enough, but sometimes it does hear it. So there's that. You do have to be careful of that. Let's see. Oh. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, that's a good one. I need to find stuff for my news stories for my podcast. Let's see. I am at episode 17. Oh no, so I've done episode 17. I'm doing episode 18, but I did skip episode 16. Confused yet? I have somebody I sort of slated in that I wanted to do episode 16. And I haven't been able to get them in yet, so equipment failure. Yeah, so I think I'm going to try to have 26. I think I did 24 episodes. I'm going to do one season. When it's going to be from whenever we start to the end of the year, and so the very end of December. And I want to have like 24 episodes to release during that time. So 24. I think 24. Or whatever I end up with. Let's see. 18? Oh my. The problem isn't recording them. The problem is editing them. I'm still working. I took a break. I had to take a break. But I'm still working on episodes 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm like doing them in bulk. I'm like going, I'm going to work on this part. And then I went back. I'm just going to work on this part. I think I'm at the point where I've pulled everything into each of those episodes that I can pull in. And now I have to actually focus, which is why I was like, I need a break. Aw, how cute. That's sweet. So the rabbits are a new thing. What are their names? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Sorry, just talking to myself. It's very nice to have approval, even if it's only self-approval. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I forgot. I was at dinner with someone. They gave me some really good scary stories. Oh, I don't. Why am I looking for it on my phone? It's all right. Let's see. Work. I'm getting work done. Torty and Snow White. Tortoiseshell and white fur. Aww. They sound cute. Really, really adorable. Oh, how is that? Yeah. Did I talk about this one? I don't think I did. Ooh, that's a good one. Found some good ones. I feel like I did this one. Second guessing myself. You probably don't get America's Got Talent. Obviously it's America and you're not in America. but the recent season, which of course they're on a hiatus now because of the Olympics, but they had a rabbit. Somebody came out with a trained rabbit, like you would come out with a trained dog, so a pet performance. And it was so ridiculous. I mean, it was amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's a rabbit, and the guy could make the rabbit take this little thing that kind of looked like a basketball and put it through a hoop. I mean, the rabbit like would do what it said. And as you probably know, rabbits aren't like dogs. And this guy had basically trained this rabbit to do dog-like things, but it was still a rabbit doing it, so it was really slow. So the only remarkable thing about it was that it was doing something that, I would never expect a rabbit to do. But it was not a show that anybody would pay $1 million for. It's one of those cool things that if you trained your rabbits to do something, I'd be interested to see it. But, I'm not going to pay $50 to go see it in a Vegas hotel casino, show. Oh, it was too funny. Too funny. Oh, this is a good one. I'm going to do that one. So, yeah, that was... you'd appreciate it, I think. I'm not saying they can't be trained. I'm just saying they can't be trained like dogs to perform in an act that people would want to go see. I mean, to me, sorry, it would be one of those little side things. Like if you had a whole dog act, which I don't know. For me personally, I think dog acts are not interesting. I hate to say that. I like dogs, don't get me wrong, but to me they're for children, and they're really fun to see dogs jump and do all this stuff. But there's only so much they do. I've never seen a dog act that wasn't like every other dog, or you know what I mean. Those pet dog shows, or they do them like it's a circus act, but it's dogs. Anyway, yeah, I could see someone coming out in one of those and had a little rabbit that did something. That'd be really cute, right? But to just think that a rabbit could carry the show? No, yeah. I give it to anybody that can train animals, because that's not easy. And I hope they treat them nice. That's why I always fear with, at least, I know I've heard stories. Well, so I used to work in Hollywood doing a lot of things. So they call them a pet wrangler. Whatever pet it was, they'd be called dog wrangler, lion wrangler, whatever it was. They wrangled. Those are the people that train the pets or animals and bring them on set. And what I could glean from the situation was those pets performed, or those animals performed on set regularly, because they would not be let out of their cage if they didn't perform. So and I don't know if everyone does this, but that seemed to be how animals were treated, which is why PETA and a bunch of organizations were probably like, you have to treat animals better on set. It was like a issue. Maybe they're great now, but back when I was working in the industry in the 90s, no, not so much. I would say that's not a life I would want for my beloved pet. Whoa. Torty said, I'm done. Yeah, no, I know a lot of people that they have their dogs and stuff. They act like they can open doors. Round knob doors. How do you do that? Okay. I found another one to use, which is for my podcast. Which story I want. I'm constantly blogging for this, but it's amazing how many weird, ghostly, spooky, just strange stories you can find. There's always a new one. I sort of like this background music. It's just slightly different than the other ones. It's more peppy. less gonna put me to sleep. So how you guys doing in your neck of the woods as far as getting out there and that kind of thing? Are you, I mean, nothing here is locking down again, but they are asking you, you have to wear masks now again when you go places. But my son works in a casino, and he says the place that he works there, like once people get in the venue, he works at a bigger venue inside a casino, and once people get in, they take off their masks. And they're not supposed to. And, you know, it's just not the thing that no one's there to police it. And I guess technically people could say they're drinking something. They're not eating anything because they're there to watch a show or, you know, listen to music. But, and dance. I mean, I wouldn't want to go somewhere dance with a mask on. But if you think about it, it's like going to a gym, all that spewing of air, if we were really concerned about germs. So I don't know. I don't know. Where's this going to end? Questions that we cannot answer on this great Monday morning or Monday afternoon or evening. How does Monday turn out? Could you tell me? I don't know why I always, and I saw that somebody did that in, I saw it in a, it was like a rom-com, a recent one on Netflix, where the girl was in China somewhere, and he was in the States, and he's like, how's tomorrow? Tell me. That was like my thought about. I love it in movies where you have this thing that you constantly say, and somebody else, you see it in a movie, so you're like, hey, other people think like me. They think it's time travel when you can just pick up a phone and talk to somebody in a different time zone way ahead of you. That's not time travel. But I think it is. Like, how's the day? What happened? You don't understand. It's the same time. It's just I mean, they're living in the same moment. It's just a different time. On their clock. But it's still like time travel. Just a teeny little bit. Alright, this is a good ghost story one. We have had tons of rain, like over the last 2 weeks now. We've had thunderstorms, flash flood warnings, rain. My house here, I've had quite a bit of rain. Very unusual for us. Very unusual. I mean, we'll get a rainstorm. We don't get a lot of rain. I mean, it's great for us to get it because we're seriously a drought. I mean, it could rain every day here for a year and we'd probably still be in a drought. But one would hope... Ooh. I spilled water. One would hope this will help our situation a teeny bit, but really our drought issues have to do with the amount of snow that's like up in the mountains in Colorado. How much snow they get matter. That's why we're in a drought. And they also don't let all the water down to us. It's a thing. Anyway, oh, sounds like my music stopped. Does it know something we don't? Yeah, it finished. Let's just backtrack a little bit. Because we only have a minute left. Let's see. Let's see if I can finish this. Oh, what happened? Oh no, I'm not going to do that one. But I don't know if any of you actually blog. I'd be interested to know how you keep up with your blog posts. So I actually have to keep a message in my phone that says, add more blog posts. Hey, I did turn the sound down in a good way. All right, now I gotta find it. I've covered it up. Shortcut, there it is. Thank you, Big Red Clock. How'd you do? Save your work, finish your thoughts, save your work, and pat yourself on the back. Good job. But I was saying, so with blogging, for me, I set a reminder, and then I actually can blog on my phone. It's like a WordPress, so I finally got the WordPress app. So I use WordPress, I use my phone to search for weird stories. I use Pixabay, which is royalty-free video, pictures. So, and I just find something, and I'll be sitting watching something on TV and go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to, so I'll do like maybe 3 posts. Because I post 3 times a week on that blog. And then that's all. I also pull those stories out for the podcast. But that's how I keep up on it. I do it like every few days. I do a batch of like 2 or 3. Aw, I won't see you Friday. Well, I hope, how is work going? You didn't tell me. I hope it's all going cool, that you like it. Getting used to that coffee smell. I would want my free coffee every time. If I lived in your town, I'd be like, Allie, where's my free coffee? And you'd be like, no free coffee for you. You'd be like the soup Nazi. Do you remember that from Seinfeld? That'd be funny. I could see you doing that because you always tell me to focus. So it fits. It fits. Anyway, I hope the job is going well. I hope everybody has a great start to their Monday and their whole week. That it will be creative and come with some good surprises this week. That even if you're working, you're not working too hard, you still find time for yourself, because that's important. You got to keep you happy. At least a little bit. In the small doses. Don't overdo it. But anyway, I hope to see you again. I'll be back here on Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please do the math for whatever that is in your area. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and saying hi. Thanks, Allie. Thanks, Sergio. Thanks, Thunderstrike. I appreciate that you could listen to our feedback and not be completely offended, but we wish you well. We wish you all well. Take good care, everybody. Next time. See you next time. I won't sing. It's not a good thing.